stories on how the community was coming together and supporting those crews. Communities are really coming together in the face of climate change.
That unintended impact and consequence of climate change. Wow. Johanna, what about you?
Well, I've got a tangible one, and it's a new one too. So this year, Antarctic's ozone hole was the smallest and shortest lived since 2019. So a clear sign that that layer is slowly recovering. Satellite data shows that that hole is forming later, closing earlier, and this is all, of course, the effects of banned ozone-depleting chemicals. So we're continuing to see that, and this is your annual reminder that global policy does work. Of course, these chemicals don't stay as long in the atmosphere as a CO2, but, a reminder that policy can turn the dial.
Okay, I'm really glad you mentioned that, because it does point to that, and in fact, Molly Siegel, who works with us in the program, did a program about this very thing, the effort to bring the world together around the ozone layer and how it works, and we can learn from that. So, hey, everybody out there, if you want to hear more about it, you can go to the What on Earth website and look for Molly's story. But I thank you both, CBC meteorologist Johanna Reichert in Vancouver and Ellen Fowler. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
You've been listening to What on Earth on CBC Radio Live and streaming live on the CBC News app. Just go to the local tab and click play wherever you are. You can also find and follow us wherever you get your podcasts. We drop 2 episodes every week. So if you're not already subscribed and following our podcast, here's your invitation. Please do. And while you're at it, try an episode with a friend to help you really help us out. We're also on Sirius XM and the CBC Listen app. Now, I want to tell you about a story we're working on for an upcoming episode of What on Earth. We hear often on this show that grassroots efforts can push governments and industries to take stronger climate action. But when different generations work together on climate campaigns, they can encounter some, I think, differences. So what is the most annoying thing for members of Gen Z or Generation Z, depending on who you ask, when it comes to working with baby boomers?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, and I better not get canceled. But I will say it's probably their obsession with Facebook.
Maybe it's an obsession. I don't know if you want it.
Yeah, I think it was just that school, and when I worked with older generations, they would always be telling me, they'd be like, oh, we gotta get a post up on Facebook.